live. So today, again, welcome back, everybody. What are we gonna do today, Omar?
Dude,
I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about real life fitness, okay? Family and staying healthy, even when life gets busy. Okay. Today we're recapping our conversation with Justin and Sheely. Is that how you say the name? I'm sorry if I messed it
yeah,
up.
it's
Sheely,
Sheila.
shout out. And giving an
Out.
update on Omar's 100-day journey and discussing some health trends blowing up on social media. So hope y'all are ready.
I don't think you're ready, dude. I don't
Um,
think that you're ready at all. What's going on
I'm,
there?
I'm,
What's
buddy, I'm
going on there?
struggling. Um, you know, I'm, I'm
The
here.
time
Okay,
change messing with you?
man, something's messed with me. I've been busy and just trying to get back in the rhythm of stuff, and just feel like I've been
Dang,
everywhere.
dude.
It's
Get
okay. I'm
yourself
here.
together.
I am.
No.
I I've been staying. Yeah, I've been staying in the gym. Today was my rest day because I had to, come entertain everybody here. All these millions of people watching. I had to come entertain y'all. You greedy little. Sorry.
You gotta do it. You gotta
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. No, but yeah, we're gonna go over a few things. And when we dig into the trends, there's some of that stuff that's good, some good information out there. Some stuff get carried away. But yeah, let's dig into this. So whenever we went or when we had this podcast rolling with
Mm.
Justin and Sheely, that was some awesome conversations there, dude.
Yes, absolutely was.
What stuck out to you the most during that conversation?
Man, there was a lot, especially for Justin. How positive he stayed through it all. And keeping his faith through it all. And same thing for Sheila. She was going through a lot and how she just kept her faith. So I mean that was a big deal for me. That really stood out for the both of them. That was really inspiring for me.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, dude. And that's one of the big things that we talk about is the perspective, different perspectives. Because I
Mm.
mean, you could be somebody with, being negative Nancy or, I mean, it's reasonable to be, upset in the dumps. You just got diagnosed with cancer, man. So it's like it's easy to go down that rabbit hole of misery, but he was able to find a way to stay positive,
Mm-hmm.
uplift the people even around him. He was talking about the nurses and bringing the freaking gym to him.
I know that's crazy.
Just
Running
freaking
marathons inside the
dang,
hospital, unheard of.
leading the way because then other people were doing it after that.
Making history in there.
There we go. We're all about making history here. Remember me making history over at Luther?
Oh
I'll
gosh.
bring it
Yeah.
up here and there,
Shout
but
out. Shout out.
get that shout out. Steak right here, track. That's right.
Yeah. What y'all end up placing?
Don't worry about that. But anyways, so yeah, dude. And even listening to Sheely and her perspective, as being a woman
Uh-huh.
and lifting, there's a lot of different perspectives people can look at. Be like, oh, I don't want to do this because I don't want to be, you know, muscular. I don't want to be too big.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that's always in in conversations whenever people are like, "Why aren't you lifting?" "Oh, I don't wanna get too big." Dude, I was there. I'm a victim of that back, like, years ago, and I was like, "Ugh," but that was just me being dumb because I was like, "There's no way. There's no
Yeah.
way." I knew there was no way. I'm a little bitty guy. I can't do that.
But I
But
mean that goes for everybody. Like you said, we all. I feel like, especially for us going to the gym, we all have a little bit of body dysmorphia. We feel like, oh, we need to do this. That's just how we feel. And that's okay to feel that way. But you got to understand that your body is your body, and be okay with that. And if you want to make a difference, make a difference. It's up to you. Your body's your
exactly.
sculpture. Scrape away.
Way that you look at it, it's the way that you envision, what you want the environment to be.
Hmm.
If you want it to be miserable, boom, go ahead, go that route. Be a Bryan. I meant, yeah, be a Yeah, miserable person. Aha!
Boy.
No, but those other things, and then we dug into, like, different ways. Well, one of the biggest things that he did or he does now is with plants. He is big into plants. He has his whole
Hmm.
freaking house filled
Yeah.
with all these dang plants, and it's not just regular plants or what do they call succulents, the little cactus things that you can
Yeah.
just, leave out. No, dude. These gotta be in certain conditions
Yep. Absolutely.
where even in this environment in the Colorado area with the altitude, dude, it's hard to maintain that stuff, but he has a whole channel, and he shows people how he does it, and it's got good stuff there.
It
And
really
plus he
is,
goes
man.
into more of his life story on how he, went through the journey of cancer and everything. All the good stuff there. So
Hmm.
make sure y'all go give him a follow.
Yep.
But yeah, dude. What else stuck out to you about that episode?
The jungle. I can't get over their house being a jungle, dude.
Mhm.
That was like you said. There's a lot of plants in there, and a lot of plants that you wouldn't see here in America. Honestly, he gets all his stuff, not all of it, but a lot of it gets shipped in. So that was really cool. Just seeing all the different and how big they were. I mean, you think little plants like these fake ass plants I got here, but he had some crazy looking plants that were so cool, man. And then another thing is, whenever we were talking to Justin, how you never know, because he had put his 2 weeks notice in, and how his, that was very rare of him to even miss work, and how his people still looked out for him, and the benefits were still there for him, and that was, I mean, a blessing, in disguise that he didn't even know that was happening. So that was really cool to hear that that company still backed him up.
Mhm. Yeah. And he was able to get through it and, still doing things.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, man, he did a lot of stuff. We were talking about it. And he was doing all these hiking, freaking backpacking. He was
Hmm.
doing the 14ers. It's like a lot of stuff.
And also for Sheely, also one thing that stuck out for me is like like I said, I struggled with anxiety pretty bad, especially whenever I was first started going to the gym. I would go there, and something that she did, I would go there, let's just say hop on the treadmill for a little bit, and just getting over that fear of being in the gym and doing different stuff, and then finally getting comfortable with it. That I feel like I related to that really a lot, and that was cool for her to share that with us, because I'm sure a lot of folks are there where we're all intimidated going to the gym for
Yep.
whatever reason, because I was there too. But it's just making that first step of going to the gym, and then just getting on, like I said, the treadmill, or just picking up a weight. It takes one step, it takes that first step to get going, and once you get in there, I'm telling you, you're going to get comfortable. You go in the next day, people are going to start noticing you, and you're going to make friends and be able to, people are going to want to help you. Every
Mm.
day somebody's always, wanting to help or needing some advice, and it's really a cool environment, honestly. That's why I truly do enjoy going to the gym.
Yeah. And one thing that he mentioned where I didn't really think about, but it's the type of gym that you go to. Like if you're somebody brand new trying to get a good experience, initial kind of, getting into a rhythm of things, the why, things like that. Those are good spots to start out. Planet Fitness, he was saying, good spots, to just get in there. But there's other gyms where it could be a little bit more intimidating. I'm not saying they're bad to go to or anything like that, but they can come off a little bit intimidating, and then because, dude, we all fall into the trap of trying to compare ourselves to others, especially when we're just starting out. We're like, "Oh, I wonder what
I
he's
feel
gonna
like
do."
it's the worst
Oh,
whenever you're first getting in there, because you're not comfortable, and you want to try to look cool and try to be fit in with everybody. No, man, like, and that's why whenever I take people in there, I've said this numerous times. Hey, don't worry about what my weight is. Don't worry about what anybody else weight is. Let's just get you your right weight, so we can get the form down, and then we can gradually graduate to different weights.
yep,
But a lot of folks, they don't get that. They're just like, oh, look how much I can weigh. No, buddy, nobody really cares. Nobody cares, man. If you look like shit doing it, nobody wants to see that.
no,
Then you're gonna look silly.
yeah, and I mean, there's gonna be those situations. people get, excited and want to get in there. They start seeing some strength, and you start to do that thing called ego lifting, and you get all those muscles that you're supposed to keep get compromised, and then that's where injuries happen.
Yep.
Just take it slow, man.
Hmm.
Take it slow. This is a
Stick to the
smart
program. Stick to the program.
program, dude. Yeah. If you need help with that, I'm right here. All right.
Shout out.
Ooh, got you. Cheers to health. Let's get it. But yeah, man. With all this, it was interesting to just see both of them. How they kind of got into it, where Sheila was not even in the gym realm, where she wasn't even interested in that aspect of fitness, and she had a freaking or she has a degree in what was it, kinesiology or something?
Yeah, I think it was kinesiology. I couldn't remember how to say it, but yeah, kinesiology.
Yeah. And with that, like, going with other people, and she realized, like, "Dude, I need to step my game up."
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. Speaking of stepping my game up, Brian, I showed Brian this video of this was I think it was, like, a lot of 30 plus can't do this, and it was, like, going from the
Oh yeah.
kneel position to standing. Dude, I did it, first attempt. Now we're waiting on
Did
Brian
you
to do it.
really? Did you really
Yeah.
though?
It's and which leads me to this next segment, which is talking about the 100-day journey,
Time out.
okay?
Nope. Nope.
And
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
showing this every, not everything because it's hard to kinda get I'm not used to this yet, but what I go through every day with, being a stay-at-home dad, personal trainer, running the business, being the husband, chauffeur to the minions. But this last or today, that's why I brought this up. Is because today I went in there. Today was like a track work and mobility. And I was like, okay, got loosened up. Boom. Did it. Saya. Got up there, dude.
Okay. Thank you. That was a great transition. I'm not gonna. I loved it. Every bit of it. But time out. Did you record it?
Yes, I did. That's why I mentioned that because you're gonna see it.
Okay. Okay.
You're gonna see it
My
tomorrow.
lips. Okay. Perfect. That's all I needed to hear.
I want to. What I'm doing is I'm calling you out, dude. Okay. I want to see you do it
That's
after you see
easy.
that clip.
I do the one-legged one like the one the last one did.
Oh yeah.
That's shit. Light work. Light work, bub.
No, but dude, you with some of these moves, dude, you'll get humbled. Like
Oh yeah.
if we get older,
Oh, dude, trust me.
it's like,
Like I said,
oh,
I work out with Lulu and Anthony's wife or fiance, and doing like the glute workouts and I don't want to say the girl workouts, but the booty busters or whatever.
yo,
Yeah, it's humbling. It's very
hmm
humbling because you try to do some of the stuff and you're like, what in the heck? Hold on, this ain't right. First of all, but this is tough.
yo. No, yeah, that's like the hip thrust. Trying
Hmm.
to get that barbell on your hips. Boom. I mean, that's a good one because it does help with the posterior and the core. But dude, you some of them people, like specifically the ladies, they freaking put some weight on there, dude.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just like, bruh, let me take a 45 off, okay? Because y'all are crazy.
And I'm over
But
there
yeah,
just like with the bar.
yeah,
I'm like, "Ugh."
that's what I'm saying. It's very humbling with these workouts. Sometimes I'm like, okay, well, this isn't what
Oh
I
yeah,
do, but let's get it.
that's right. Let's get it. That's what you got to do. No matter what, just gotta try it.
Yep.
Try it, dude. But with that, like I said, I'm going on this 100-day journey. Our goal is 5,000 followers on either Instagram or TikTok, and that's where you'll see the stories.
Shout out YouTube.
Yo, YouTube. But yeah, dude, man, I just it's just crazy because going through that, I realized like in the beginning, whenever I was like filming myself. a little bit more, you start picking at yourself. You're like, "Oh, shoot." It's like, "Dang, dude, getting a little belly there." And
But
then
bro,
and then
time
you
out.
keep going. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. But another thing you need to recognize or notice is how, like, if you watch the first one you did compared to the last one you just did, man, like, it's, dude, you're really good at this. You're really good at it, and
Working on it.
I was surprised. That's why I seen the one. What was it about just starting and the confidence
Yep.
you had, and on just how you were speaking and just going about it. I was like, bro, I was hyped, man. Good job.
No, and circling back to that though is there's things that stand out throughout the day where it's like, "Okay, this makes perfect sense. I need to say something about it." For this instance, I've been well, we had Willie Williams on
Shout
a
out.
couple years ago, and he hit me up. He was like, "Hey, man, what's up? Blah blah blah." And I told him I was like, "Hey, man, when you getting on this this workout program?" And then he was talking about having a comeback on the bull
Don't
ride and
Hey, don't tease me now. Don't
so
tease me,
look
boy.
out, just like Callan Longnecker. And
Shout
speaking
out.
of Callan, he's gonna be coming back on, but just like Callan, getting back on,
Come
boom,
on.
that's the goal. And but it gets hard, dude, whenever you're in a high stress environment working wise, and it's hard to kind of fit in those workouts. And I've been trying to work with him, trying to find like a good time to get this program rolling. I mean, I already got it set up, but there's always modifications that need to be done on the progress on how people are doing. And dude, just bugging him about, starting the journey. And that's where that video came from was like start
Yep.
because that same day I had a consultation with somebody and the dude was a welder. So he was a welder and he is he's turning 70. And dude, his whole back is fused.
Ooh.
Like, and he said he was active, he was doing the stuff, he was welding, but all that stuff takes a toll. He wasn't working out the specific stuff to,
Yep.
have that foundation to stabilize his back,
Hmm.
and he got compromised. And then yeah, and now even falling over on a bike or something like because he was a biker, they're scared that if he does that, dude, he could get paralyzed just by one
Yeah.
fall.
Oh wow. Yeah.
And that's why I was like, dude, it's important. And that's why I put that video up because it is important to strength train. A
Yep.
lot of people think it's just for aesthetics or for athletic performance, but it's more than that, dude. It's functional.
Yep.
And that's what I tell everybody that I work out with. Like, these are the movements that you don't realize that you do throughout the day, but building these habits in the gym is going to help 100% on how you lift, how you move. Everything's going to be a habit. And it's going to be like, okay, now it's stretching out my lifetime of
Hmm.
functionality. Now I'm gonna be able to enjoy those times with my kids, my grandkids, even my great grandkids. So that's why I'm always on it. Like, dude, it's important. It's important. That's why we got this
Yep.
to help
Absolutely.
people live a long and fun life. That's what it is, dude.
Hmm.
That's where this journey. I mean, on top of you know going to physical therapy, that's the goal right now. But going through that, but reaching out to as many people as possible that are struggling and, different perspectives, no matter what
Hmm.
situation. We've had people with cancer, we've had different people with different illnesses and or busy parents, everything. They
Hmm.
find ways to stay active and are able to get through some of them obstacles. And we're just trying to reach out to as many people as possible to be able to maybe find somebody that I'm gonna go back to this is find somebody that might be in a similar situation that can help them
Yep.
out there in
Yep.
the world. 'Cause when
Absolutely.
we talk to Zachariah, excuse me, I'm manifesting that my voice is gonna be heard around the world.
Shout out.
Help people be functional
Hmm.
for a very long time. Not like that one dude. What's his name? His name is I think it's Brian. Is it Brian? No, not you, but that biohacker dude. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The dude that's trying to live forever. Dang, dude, you need to get with the program, bud.
No, dude, sorry. Nope.
Oh, I forgot his name. I think let me no, it's fine.
Sounds like Brian, but I don't know.
Sounds like a Brian. Nope. No, but it's just it's because I mean the inevitable is coming. You know, what I mean,
Mm.
it's part of life. That's how it happens. But you don't have to be miserable at that
Yep.
butt end of it. You can live the best life for the longest time. You can extend that life
Yep.
longer and better if you just, get a
And a
little
lot of people also think like, oh, this is just how it is. You know, I've always been this way. This is just me. No, like Omar was saying, you start today. You know, don't wait until you get hurt. Don't wait until whatever. Start today. Whether it's going for a walk, or picking up that weight, whatever it is, start today. Because like I said, you never know. You know, you might get hurt, and then you'll have to do it. But if you just start taking care of yourself today and start living a healthier and active lifestyle, I'm telling you, you're gonna be a lot happier and be able to do a lot more stuff.
oh yeah. And with this journey, I mean, that's what it is. It's staying consistent. It's
Hmm.
showing up every day, showing you that I'm committed to this process because again, I'm trying to get to that goal or even more, whatever it is.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I want to bring the family, bring the Cheers to Health fam.
Shout out.
Let's go for this ride. It's gonna be more than 8 seconds, but it's still gonna be a hell of a ride.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but no, that's social media is just a great way to reach people.
Yeah.
Different um platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. That's how we connect.
Craigslist.
Don't know Craigslist. That's no, I think that's too sketchy, bro. We're not gonna do that. But yeah, it's just different ways to help reach people.
Absolutely. Yep.
And it can be discouraging when I look at the numbers and that's not good to be like that because I'm not doing it just like let's get the numbers, let's get the numbers. No, I'm looking at it as like who am I reaching out to? Who am I, you know, going as far as, to get somebody to listen to.
Hmm.
And there's been a good amount of views, not a lot of follow I don't know what hey, if anybody has an idea on how to help me out, show me the ways,
Yeah.
show
Or just
my
hit the follow button, you
show
nerd.
my team, like, "What's up?" So we can get those numbers up. We're
Yeah, you
getting
nerds.
some good amount of, views and likes, I guess, but no like, "Hey, come on."
But we also got to remember why we're doing this. Okay, we gotta love what we're doing too.
Oh, yeah,
Sometimes we get
for sure,
lost.
and that's what
Sometimes we
I
get lost
yeah,
looking at the numbers and looking at
mhm,
this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, that's not what we're doing it. Okay, this
yeah,
is what we're passionate about doing this. And of course, if it like I said before, but it only reaches one person, and it helps that one person, man. That's good enough for me. You know, because
you
this
know
is something I do enjoy doing, and I do enjoy people living a healthier and happier life. And if there's anything I can do to help with that, then shit, I'm all in. You know, whether
yeah,
we get one view or one follower or 100,000 views and help one person, that's because this is again something I'm passionate about, something I love doing is helping people first of all, and then living a healthier lifestyle. Whatever that might be, getting up, or dealing with your mental health issues, whatever it is, just helping each other. Because that's I mean that's what we're here for, to help each other.
yeah, and with the journey is we wanna show that we are authentic. There's a lot of stuff out there, bro, and that's when we're gonna go to the next, segment, but before that, there's a lot of stuff out there, and it's hard to kind of, especially if you're browsing through the Instagram, scrolling or whatever, see all these crazy things, whether it's AI or
Oh my gosh,
somebody
yeah.
making up stuff. It's like they have whole pages of AI stuff, and they're like pretty like spot on how everything looks. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
And then you have other people who put on a persona, whether it's that I talked to you about it, that Malibu Fit guy where he blew up because he said he got blown up,
Yeah.
came back, it wasn't accurate, but he seems like a good dude. I don't know,
Yeah.
he still came back, but that initial thing was like that's how he blew up, social media wise. It's kind of like that's not how we want to do it. We want to
No,
do it
absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean,
naturally, authentic.
yeah.
If this is us. That's
Because
why
sooner or later that stuff's
a
gonna
lot of
come out. You know, I don't care how big of an audience you have. Sooner or later it's gonna come out. You know, so there's no need to lie about yourself or what you do or how you do it. Just be honest and be transparent. You know, there's no need to lie about anything.
oh,
I don't feel
that
like we've lied. I mean, I might not have been 100% honest 24/7 with some people, but hey, we here.
and it's not and that's another thing, like, there's gonna be times where we might not be right on something, but it's not something that we're gonna be like, "Hey, do this because this is how it is." It's like we're always learning.
Hmm.
So if we say something that we believe at the moment is accurate, that's what it is, and if we catch it later on and like, "Oh, actually, hey guys, remember when I talked about this?" I'm not scared to come back and be like, "Actually."
Yeah. Again, we're. I feel like that's something that we're pretty good at. We're open minded. You know, we don't mind. We love to learn. You know,
Yep,
I enjoy learning, and if somebody wants to, challenge, I wouldn't call it challenge, but have an opinion on something that we're talking about or might feel strongly about, but you might feel the other way about it. Let us know. Again, we're not gonna take it any. I'm not. If you want to have a conversation about it, we can have a conversation. I feel like this is a great topic too. About having a conversation with people. You don't always have to agree with one another, and hate each other because you guys don't agree with each other. We don't have to agree on everything. We can disagree and have a conversation. That's okay, and we can still be friends afterwards.
yep,
That's a big thing that we're seeing nowadays, where people are too afraid to have a conversation because we disagree with each other. It's okay to disagree and still have a conversation with each other. You know, in the day we might still not agree with what we have to say about each other or whatever it is that we're talking about, but it's about having that conversation because you might understand why this person feels this way about that topic, and maybe you can understand a little bit more why he feels that way or they feel that way, and vice versa. So that's why I'm always open minded, and I wish people would be more open minded about just having a conversation with each other and not being so closed minded about anything. It's a conversation. End of the day, you guys are probably going to go separate ways either way. So what's the hardest thing about having a conversation instead of having hate in your heart and just opening up that door to have that conversation? Because who knows, maybe you might be open your eyes too to be like, oh, you know what? Hold on, this guy's on to something.
yep.
But that's just yeah, that's that.
No, that's true. And it does get hard for people to get steered a certain way because they get stuck into this, well, let's just call it algorithm of whether it's social media, TV, whatever it is, and it's all, you know,
Feeding
you
you
go
that.
this way or no way. And
Yeah.
it's hard to kind of direct that and have people open minded. But there's people that are open minded, they take it in and they're like, yeah, but I
Well,
still feel
that's
that. And
that's
that's
why we
fine.
all
That's
have
fine.
this ability to do our own research as well. Like again, just because you're being guided one way, that's okay. I'm not trying to guide you a different way. I'm just trying to tell you why I feel this way. You can still feel your way 1,000%. I just want to know why you feel this way. If it's just because of the videos you watch, cool. This is why I feel this way because I read this and I looked this up. That's that. End of the day, you still want to follow that path, you go right ahead. Now I understand where you're coming from and you can understand where I'm coming from. But it's about just being straight up closed minded about, well, he's dumb because he thinks that. No, man, just understand each other. It's okay to feel that way or think that way, and you guys can still be friends.
Mhm. And it goes back to perspectives. He
Hmm.
might see it one way, they might see it another. It's just about having the conversation and understanding each side, and
Which
that's
is
okay
really good. I like that.
if you don't agree with it. I mean, as long as you know where they're coming from and where their heart is, because that's what the biggest thing is. It's like people think everybody's evil on one side or the other, but are they really? Like, or are they coming from a like a good place?
So yeah,
There
when you
is,
say perspective
there
and you
are evil
say
people out
people
there,
see,
but
you say perspective and you say people see different things. So there was this picture. This isn't it, but I'm just gonna say we're gonna use this as an example. Okay, there was a picture that we seen the other day. It was a little training session that had a picture of something, and you were asked to tell me what you think this is or what is this? What do you think that is, Omar?
a seal.
A seal. Okay, so I think it's a black. It looks like a black dot with some lettering in there. Okay. Now you think it's a seal. Now
Yeah,
just because you see it looks like a seal, I can't say that it's not a seal because I mean it could be a seal. I could cut that out and seal it onto an envelope. That's that that's just perspective, and I think it's a black dot with some lettering on it. You're not wrong. I'm not wrong. Just different perspectives. You know.
but but there can also be people getting carried away with that perspective idea. Okay, like factual things, and then they get misconstrued, and they're like, "Oh shoot, what's real?"
I mean
You know?
that's life though.
Yeah.
But again, if you just want to have that conversation,
Yes.
just because you can have three different views, like you said, you have the seal, and I have the black lettering, and then we have this guy who's going above and beyond about it. But we can also have that conversation about what we think it is. Doesn't mean it's wrong or it's right. If that's how you feel, you think it's this, that, and above. Cool. That's how you see it, and you think it's that. Okay, bet. It's
Mhm.
about just having that conversation and not being like, no, Omar, that's not a seal, you jackass.
Yes.
There goes, I'm not gonna be your friend. 'Cause that's, dude, how would you think that's a seal?
Yep.
Just have a conversation. It's not. I don't know. That's my biggest thing. Is people
No,
are
that's
too afraid
true.
to have a
That's a
conversation.
true
Just
thing.
have a conversation. If you don't agree with it, that's cool.
Yep.
But just don't be afraid to just say, hey man, like why do you feel like that's a seal there? Like I'm not saying it's not a seal, but I'm trying to see where you're coming from there. Why do you think it's a seal? Um, and again, it could be the tone of people have approached things that
Yeah.
might be construed as well. So just want to be mindful as well.
Yeah. Because if you come at or if you come at somebody with the little heat behind it, they're
Like
gonna
I
be
did.
defensive
Yeah.
instead of being like, "Hey, let's talk about this. I don't really agree with that, man, but that's cool. Tell me why you think that though."
Yeah.
That's a better approach than like, "Nah, bro, like that's wrong." Like, the
Mhm.
fuck? Like that doesn't even make sense. That kind of deal. It's
No,
the same thing I
absolutely.
tell the boys too. It's like it's the way you talk, the way you
Hmm.
ask, the way you approach things. It's gonna change how you get the response.
Absolutely.
Tone, set the tone. You know,
Confident. No.
but there's a lot of
Uh,
healthy trends out there where, again, perspectives, or maybe they're just trying to freaking sabotage your health. Okay, one of them, I don't know if it's because this whole food table thing or food pyramid, they flipped it around
okay.
where
Yeah.
protein, which is good. I like, protein. I always talk about, prioritizing protein.
Yeah.
But dude, they be labeling everything now with, oh, protein, protein, chicken. Yes, dude. We know chicken has frickin' protein, but it's a marketing strategy. And then you'll go to, I don't know, maybe the highly processed foods, go to the Pop Tarts or something, protein. What the like, look at the labels before you just go, "Oh, this has got protein, let's go." Because there's a lot of sugars,
Yep.
processed craziness, and dude, it's not gonna be worth it. Probably has like 2 calories for or 2, grams of protein and 500 calories. Like, that no, dude. Come on. Look at the labels. and make sure you're making the right decisions, especially when it comes to that stuff. All that packaged stuff, within the if you go, in the grocery store, usually the center, there's a lot of boxes, whether it's cereal, snacks, all that stuff. They try to get you with protein. Just keep an eye out. And that's been the thing on social media where people show videos of like, oh, dude, it's got protein in it. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
got protein in it, but look at how much freaking calories
Yeah.
overall.
Yeah.
No, dude. Protein needs to be prioritized. And
Just
what's
be
the
mindful. Be
what's the rule of
mindful.
thumb?
Watch what you put in your mouth.
What's the rule of thumb for protein?
Um, Eat it all.
No. Usually you want to look for 1 gram of protein per uh body weight, and with that, you can also go for your target weight, and that'll give you a nice area to be with. Okay, and you can dig further with that. Just reach out to Cheers to Health. We got you. In the app, we have you know macro budgets, calorie budgets, and all that stuff, so you'll be able to eat and not stress out about it.
Mm-hmm.
Got to put that plug in. But no, there's a lot of stuff in there, dude. They use like buzzwords too to kind of get you, like low carb,
Yeah.
low sugar, or something like that. You got to dig a
All
little
what is
deeper.
it? All natural.
Yeah, no, they ain't all natural.
Yeah.
No, not most of the time. But no, dude, that's one of them that stood out to me because, dude, I see Kelsey will send me. I don't know if you have that significant other, you get freaking blown up with all these dang Instagram reels and stuff like that, and then you catch up at the end of the night, you're like, "Alright, I guess it's my nightcap, like, this I'm just gonna be watching the videos that are actually entertaining because she helped me out." But, yeah, she'll send me that kinda stuff, I'm like, "What the come on, guys. You guys are smarter than that. Read the label." That's why they're there. Make right decisions. And there's also the app, we talked about it before, it's called, Yucca, something like that,
Yeah. I
and you
think
can
so.
scan, and it
Yep.
shows you, like, how good and how bad it is.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff out there, dude. It's hard to find good stuff that you wanna enjoy, and you'd be like, "Fuck, dude, seriously,
You
that's
could do.
bad?"
You could grow your own stuff, and you could farm your own stuff.
That's
So,
true. That's true. One day,
yeah.
one day, dude. Uh, Next thing is, dude, and you have a cold plunge, right? I'm not
Yes,
saying
I
it's
do.
bad or anything. You
Yes.
still do it?
I put it on pause, but I'm gonna start doing it again.
Okay. Yeah, because that's one that's always, being out there, whether it's YouTube, social or Facebook, whatever it is, there's always somebody, "Ooh, I gotta get my cold plunge in." Boom, boom, boom. But how beneficial is that overall? Scientifically, it depends. From the research that I looked into and, everything, I was looking into was, yeah, I mean, that's why athletes do it, but it's for like inflammation. But if you're working out, you need that inflammation. You need that inflammation to help those muscles grow. I'm not saying it's completely bad. It's okay to do it. It's not going to, you know, mess up everything. But with that, you got to be mindful of like how often you do it because it is supposed to help to an extent with even like the nervous system. Because yeah, whenever you jump in, you're like, what the God? No, it shocks that whole body, and you're like, oh. And then after you get that done, you're like, I can take on the world because I got through that. And that's part of it, dude. It helps with that process to be able to, start that day off right or evening or whatever it is, you know? But when it comes to, I guess, other benefits, there hasn't been shown a lot of backing to it, like recovery process, yeah, because it helps with inflammation, but to an extent, I believe, yeah, that's what I was reading, like swelling and stuff like that. That's why athletes use it. icing. That's why you use it whenever your kid gets bumped into, from riding a bike or something. Yeah, and the stress resilience. That's what we talked about with, you wake up or you go through the cold plunge, like, but you build that stress, resiliency because you've been through it. You've been through that coldness.
So that's one of the main reasons why I do it.
Yeah.
I try to do it in the mornings or before I work out. To be honest with you, because like I said, it just shocks the body and it wakes it up. So when you're done with it, you're ready to take on the world. I feel like it helps with focus. Throughout the day, you're more focused. I really truly do believe that. Because when I was doing it more consecutively, I really felt like I could tell the difference after I would do it. Throughout the day, I would be more focused. Towards when I don't do it, that I felt like I would just be not all there, if that makes sense. Just mentally, just not focused. But I'm a believer in it. And if you want to disagree
Yeah.
on this, we can. So, I mean, we can
No, I can
fight
see
about it.
that because of, you know, uh, it really sets your priorities to a way like, is that really, worth, stressing over? Did I just fucking kick ass in the damn cold plunge? Fuck that, dude. I got this. Let me
Mhm.
focus on what's really important. I can see that working that way. Yeah, for sure.
But I don't know. I feel like there's something else that goes into it because I don't really think about the cold plunge. That when you're throughout the day, you're not thinking of the cold plunge. I
Yeah.
feel like just mentally, just get you in the right headspace. Just I'm not a scientist on this, but I really do feel like it does something to your mental to help you prepare for the day and just gets you in the right state of mind.
Yeah. So what's the temperature around?
-2,
No, it's not, dude.
about
Usually
I would say 40
above
degrees.
freezing. Huh?
40 degrees.
40? Damn,
Yeah.
that's cold, bro. So I was yeah, I was reading like 50.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I usually try to start like at the 50s and then I'll go down to 40s. You won't catch me in the 30s though. That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
craziness.
Well, yeah, that's gonna be frozen, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Some people do
usually
it at 32. Some people do it at 32. They crack the ice and it's 32 in there. I'm not like, bro, nah, you ain't catching me in there.
mm-mm.
Nah.
Nope, nope. But, yeah, that's one of the things that yeah, even what's it called? The Bryan dude, I gotta see his name from the longevity guy. It's like, "Imma live forever." And now his ads freaking pop up everywhere. Like, dude, chill out. Has like what's it called? A supplement company now. It's called Longevity Liquid or something like that. It's something bland. Like, dude, come on. Come on with something cool. Like the Forever Juice. I don't know. I'll just whatever. I just made that up just now. Uh, Dude, I just made that up. That's pretty good for just making up. Hang on, I'm trying to remember the dude's name. Let's see.
Yeah, we're
Wait,
waiting.
wait.
We got fucking 50 people watching us, but whatever. We'll wait on you. Chat says hurry up.
No, they're not. Oh, that's what it is. Hang on. Hang on.
Yeah, we're waiting.
Brian Johnson. Yeah, Brian Johnson. Spelled your name too. That's his name. He's the
Checks out.
longest guy. Yep. Are you looking him up now?
Yep.
Don't believe me, dude. Whatever. But yeah, another thing is the red light therapy. You know, we I don't know if we mentioned it before. The red light therapy. I have one of those. It's called the DNA vibe, the one that I have, and it has more than just the red light therapy. It has like infrared, micro vibrations, and what else did it have? It has something else on there. Magnetic signaling. Yeah, but all stuff that's used to help with recovery, and that's what red light therapy. It's called photobiomodulation. That's what it is. That red light. Crazy, dude. I didn't even know. Like, it's
I,
a freaking red light. Like, what is it? but it's got a certain like wavelength specific to, you know, that red light. It's like near infrared, and with that, dude, it goes down to the cellular level, so it kind of helps with the energy source of that cell to help recover, repair all that stuff.
Hmm.
But and and that's another one where there's not enough evidence to show that it actually, but that's been a lot of stuff, dude. Like, even, like, peptides and stuff, like,
Hmm.
there's been it helps a lot of people, but a lot of the times it's anecdotal, like, it's only,
Yeah.
with people that you've seen or you talk to, where it's not, um, studied or clinically studied, and that's where it gets kinda hard to kinda gauge, is it actually working? With this, I've been using it and shoot, call it placebo or whatever, but I feel like it helps
Hmm.
with, some back pain. Whenever I have back pain, if I put it on maybe 30 minutes a day for like a week or something like that, I feel like it simmer down. Shoulder pain, um, especially as we get older, there's a lot of stuff that happens, like with degenerative disc disease and stuff like that. Or if you've been in the military and riding bulls and you busted up and you got all these joints, that's just different tools that you can use to,
Hmm.
repair that a little bit.
Absolutely.
But the infrared or the red light therapy is supposed to help with accelerating that tissue repair and wound healing. And I think that's where most of the evidence comes from, is from like the skin repair aspect of it, not necessarily the muscle repair. And but like I said, I feel like it is. It could be placebo or what, but hey, I feel like it's working. I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And but there's also been research showing that it does help with like bone stuff, joint stuff, like tendonitis, things like that, even osteoarthritis, which is interesting. But when it comes to like muscle stuff, it doesn't have strong evidence behind it. That's where I was like, dang, dude, that's like crazy. Because I
Hmm.
mean, if you find
Yeah.
something, dang, dude, just grow them biddies. Just put that red light therapy on there.
Or just
Now,
lift some
bro,
weights. Just lift some weights. That'll help too.
that's
Make
cooler.
some big
That's
old muscles like me, bud.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whatever, dude. You ain't got no dang. But no, this the DNA vibe though. It has more. Like I said, it has more stuff to it than that red light therapy. Like the micro vibration, you can look at it as like whenever you use one of those massage guns
Hmm.
at a lower level. I got one of those right here, but to a lower level. But it's to help, relax those muscles so that red light therapy can kind of hit on it a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And another thing that it has is that magnetic signaling. So from what I read, it says it's similar to like a pulsed electromagnetic field therapy, but it helps with like reducing joint pain, which is pretty cool, man.
Now the pulse thing, is that like the shock therapy?
No,
Okay. Are you
no.
pro shock therapy?
What's up?
Are you pro shock therapy?
Uh, to a point, because it's
I like
supposed,
it.
yeah, it's supposed to, um, trigger and relax those muscles. So, kind of contract and disengage those muscles, especially if they're tightened.
Hmm.
But they have more specific things like acupuncture, where or what's it called? It's called acupuncture or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, they'll go to the specific muscle. Boom, stick that bitty in there, and they also do add some shock to them bitties, dude. I had it done to my calf. My calves were freaking tight, bro. I was like this. I was on my belly. They were doing the thing, and I was freaking out, dude. God, no, I'm tough, bro. I didn't do all
Oh
that,
my
but
god. Here we go.
I didn't do all that. But no, it gets pretty intense, especially if you have tight muscle. But it's
Oh,
good
it really does. Yeah.
because sometimes. when those muscles get too tight, I mean, you get that chronic pain symptoms where now you don't feel like doing much because it's gonna trigger this. I don't
Hmm.
wanna do that. So you go in there, whether it's a massage, you get that dang massage gun or do some freaking electrotherapy, whatever it is, trigger them biddies, get back to it, dude. Stretch, foam roll. There's all
Stretch,
kinds of stuff you can do.
stretch. Yep.
That's all the stuff that we can dig into in another episode, like the foam roll. We can do all the recovery stuff, whether it's, doing some modalities, more, tech like savvy based, all this, like the DNA vibe and the freaking vibrator thing. Not not like no, dude, don't even, dude. Don't even.
Hey, hey.
Bob and Brad's freaking massage gun.
All right, bud. Go ahead. I'm not.
Bob and Brad, two most famous physical therapists on the internet. I think that's what their
That their tune.
name
Okay.
is. But no, dude, some good stuff there.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Getting some stuff in with the journey with Sheely and Justin.
Mm-hmm.
Ran into him yesterday. He's pretty cool,
Heck yeah. Well, good, man. I like that.
He's doing well. And I haven't ran into Sheely lately, but I'm sure she's doing all right too.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, dude, it's just I mean, everybody we meet, I feel like we build a good connection, especially going back to the environment, is if you put yourself in a good environment with good people, dude, it's nice to have those conversations and see what they've been through.
Absolutely. Yes, it is.
And
Yes,
we know
it
how
really
to
is.
keep on with that. And I'm gonna next week I have so next week I might be going to California, meeting some new people,
Okay.
maybe even expanding the Cheers to Health family to that side of the world, you
Let's
know?
go.
Maybe I'll recruit somebody to get on the pod, be a guest, see what their journey was like. I don't know.
I
I don't
don't know.
know. We're gonna see.
Yep.
Follow follow the journey of Omar Torres. Oh, before we leave, I don't know why I skipped that. What happened there? Uh-uh. Bryan has his series coming up, and do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I don't know if it's gonna be a series, but it's gonna be more like
Or journey?
a journey. We'll call it a journey. Why not? It's gonna be more so kind of like what Omar's doing, but more of, like I said, a journey on the life of Brian Torres. I guess of you know daily, not daily, but overcoming anxiety. And just still living a healthier lifestyle. Going to work, being in the gym. And except I'm about to run 10 miles, folks. Okay, your boy's been running lately. Okay, and if y'all want to come on a run with me, let's get it. I
Let's
think
do it.
one day, well, I think I might document like a run as well. Like I said, a 10-mile run, and just to see
With
how that is
Alfred.
with Alfred. Shout out Alfred.
Alfred's
Alfred's
over
gonna be
there.
fighting in
All over
April,
town.
so y'all tune into that. Go
Yep.
check out my guy Alfred. He's coming back with a vengeance,
Let's
folks.
go.
He's gonna be
Yep.
back, and I'm ready.
He's coming
Love y'all.
back. But no, I feel like your story is gonna be important for a lot of people, man. It's gonna be important because there's a lot of people that get get too anxious, where it discourages them from doing anything. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And you can show people like, yes, you can do it, dude. You can do it. Watch me. Whether it's practicing your breath work,
Hmm.
working out, meditation, whatever it
Exposure
is.
therapy.
Yeah, all that stuff, dude. And I'm excited to see where this goes, man.
I am too. I really am. It's like you guys can see. I'm sorry. I'm a little exhausted today. I'm running on fumes. It feels like, but we getting it, man. We're getting it. Like I said, we're not always gonna be on top. You know, sometimes we're gonna have days where we're just not all the way there, but it's okay. We just got to keep on trucking on, keep on keeping on, brothers.
I'm gonna keep on keeping on. And you also got to get ready for your promo because WrestleMania is coming up. And people been asking for round 2 of promos. Um, the shirt ripping was a big thing that was going on that's been
Okay,
talked about,
shout out.
and they want to see something. They want to
Okay,
see something.
well,
With
let's.
pyro,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
like
You know, I love
hair
to
out.
promote, and I've got I gotta think of my character, who I'm gonna be. I think I'll be guy with a mustache this time. I don't know if I had a mustache last time, but
Your
this
gimmick.
guy with the mustache is one bad dude. I'm telling you, you don't want to get in there. Come WrestleMania,
Oh,
that ass is not in
yeah.
my face.
See that? Nobody's intimidated at all, dude. That energy is way low, bro.
Yeah,
Like, it's like
yeah.
like, dude, I can just freaking fart and you'd fall over. Like, what is that? That's my promo, dude. You see that? See that? Mhm.
I'll be back.
Quick
I'll be
turnaround,
back.
boy.
If today would be the day for anybody, y'all try me, but I'll be back. All right, I'll be back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. Well, y'all know where to reach us. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, TikTok, you know, hit that dang subscribe button on the YouTubes.
Follow, 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 follow.
Yeah.
Like.
Support us.
All
Make
that
us
good stuff.
get us up there, man, so we can
Shoot
reach
us some
more
messages
people.
if y'all want to come on and have a chit chat.
Yeah,
You know, if you disagree, agree with us,
yeah,
whatever it is. So like I said, we'd love to have the conversation with y'all and get to hear y'all story. You know, you don't always have to feel like you're having a bad journey. Just want to share your story. Come on, we would love to have anybody and all of y'all on here, so y'all could share your stories with us and share it with whoever wants to listen to us.
that's right. Hey, cheers
Cheers
to
to
health.
health, mother truckers.